Hi, everybody. This is Lowell, and we're talking about how to start a music school. And we've been discussing aspects or attributes of leadership. And leadership is important. And one of the things about leadership that is distasteful to a lot of people is that of confrontation. And when you're leading an organization, when you're leading a group of people, you will have to correct. And a lot of people think that's a negative. It's actually, you're doing yourself and the other person a favor if you actually correct and help them to grow. And one of the best explanations of the word confrontation that I ever heard was from John Maxwell, and he has a lot of great leadership books. But this idea of confrontation not being a negative but a positive, he broke it down into three different areas. And the first area is to gain a better understanding. And then the second one is to have a positive change. And then the third area is to have a growing relationship. So the idea is that you try to extend some empathy to, who you're having to correct, and say, is there something that I'm not understanding? Are you having a problem physically? Are you having a problem at home? What's going on? Is there any way I can help? You reach out and try to understand where the other person is coming from, and what was the kind of the root of the problem. And then once you have that discussion, and where you listen, again, listening skills, when you're listening to them, and then where they listen to you, and so you have a relationship, a conversation, to gain a better understanding. And then the goal is to have a positive change. And so sometimes that change can mean that person needs to leave the organization. Sometimes that change can mean that they're going to change. And sometimes that means that you're going to change. There's something that you're doing that's causing the problem. And so in any three of those areas can be agreeable. And so once you determine that between both of you, then you want a growing relationship. Even if the person leaves, you still want to have a friendship. You don't want to burn bridges. And so sometimes leaving is the best thing for the situation, for a positive change for both parties. You're going in one direction, the other person's going in a different direction, and so you can both agree that that's the best way to go, and you can still have a friendship and a relationship. So anyway, the idea is to see the subject of confrontation not as a negative but as a positive, as a chance for everybody to grow, for everybody to move forward. And as a leader, you will need to do that. If I've found over the years in leadership that if I think that I can just not deal with a problem and I just put it on the shelf, and well, it'll take care of itself. It never takes care of itself. I'm just letting you know, it won't. You have to. It will spiral out of control, and it will get bigger than you want it to be. So it's better to nip problems in the bud, and to dig out the weed as soon as you see it before it becomes this big plant. And so that try to see confrontation as a positive.